So here's exactly everything you need to attract a good girl in 2024. You need 4 things. You need to look good. You need some kind of money that you can spend on dates and not be stressed out. You need status, kind of like clout. And you need seduction. You need to know how to act in a way that actually turns her on. And that's probably the one that most guys miss out on. To improve your looks, the biggest thing you can do by far is build an aesthetic body. That's actually how I got like famous and viral in the first place, was I got known for like the guy who built an aesthetic body just to attract girls. It fucking worked. And so now so many guys follow me and they're like, yeah, fuck it. Like, let's be honest, like I'd happily go to the gym if it meant that more girls would be into me. So inside of Adonis School, there's an entire program that teaches you how to build the aesthetic body with 46 workout routines, all the workout routines, diet, meals, everything that you would literally need. I autistically made this over like 4 months of my life, putting together everything you would need. So you would never need to watch like another fitness YouTube video where the guy's just trying to like get views and he's making clickbait thumbnails and whatever. I put it all together in a program so you'd have no more confusion or overthinking. You build an aesthetic body and it's just primarily attractive to women because you have like this V-taper which symbols a lot of strength and masculinity and testosterone. And the truth is, when women masturbate, like when they touch themselves, they do not think about a fat man. They do not think about a skinny, weak man. They think about a muscular guy with an aesthetic body. It's that simple. When you build that aesthetic body, you look like the guy out of her like porn fantasies. When you're fucking a girl and you have an aesthetic body, you'll notice her eyes will break eye contact with you and kind of like admire the shape of your physique, and she'll touch it and she'll be like, wow. And you know, your trap, like if she's a gym girl, like they'll actually notice which muscles you've really developed. There's no better like just primal ego boost than that. And of course an aesthetic body is attractive because it's kind of like the male version of what women have. The most attractive women have an hourglass shape where they have wider hips and butt and wider chest, like boobs area. And so that makes them so attractive. When a man just visually looks at them for 1 second, we're primarily attracted to a woman who's shaped like that. When women look at a man who has an aesthetic body, there's a primal instant click of attraction. Even if you're short or even if your face isn't that attractive, it will still help you. You'll still be able to make progress in the attraction you get from girls when you build an aesthetic body. So that's looks checked off. Then we needed money and status, and we're going to mix them together because there's a business model that will literally get you money and status. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's exactly what I'm doing here. It's being a YouTuber, a content creator. When you make social media your business, you post content like I'm doing here, you get a following, which is basically just clout, and then you funnel those people to your Instagram, and your Instagram looks sexy as fuck. Like when you see my Instagram, like it blows my mind. I get girls who literally message me first, who want to date me. Some of the messages I've gotten from girls are like freaky as fuck. I've had girls like literally ask me out randomly on Instagram, which I know you're thinking right now, like, oh yeah, it's a scam. They're just gonna take your kidneys and stuff. Let's just say that they didn't. So I know for many guys, they wouldn't believe that. They'll be thinking, nope, you know, girls won't message you first. It's a guy pretending to be a girl or something. Having met these women in person, I'm telling you, it wasn't a scam. They didn't take my kidneys. I had an amazing experience, and I found it so interesting of how different this experience is to most guys. Most guys will like, you know, send so many messages to girls, get no replies. When you build up clout with the influencer business model, you'll literally start getting like such easy mode with girls to the point that they'll message you first. And obviously they don't often message you like that, this screenshot of the girl saying like, oh, let's meet, I've got a hotel booked and everything. But often they'll message you with this cute thing of like, hey, you know, I know your videos are supposed to be for guys, but I'm a girl and I really enjoy them too. And you know, that gives you the opening to reply back and to flirt with them a little bit. So this is the most attractive business model that you could get into. Not only because it attracts girls who are like clout chasers who, you know, see that you've got an Instagram profile, but just think about the psychological impact of this. You make a bunch of videos, and if you have some female viewers, they might watch your videos for 5 or 10 hours. They might really get to know you. And it kind of like filters them out, because if they don't really like your personality or the things you talk about, they'll stop watching. But just with the size of an audience that you can build, you know, you can have 100,000 views on a video. You'd have some girls who like really watch like every video of yours, and suddenly it's like they actually feel like they've connected with you. They've stared into your eyes on your content for 5-10 hours. And so it's not that hard for them to actually like fall for you and, you know, find your likable trait, and they've watched you make jokes and they've watched you open up and everything. And so that makes it almost like easy mode. And I don't say that in a derogatory terms to say like, you know, these women are easy, but rather that it's almost like they've been on 2 or 3 dates with you already, and they've heard you talk about like intellectual things. And so it's almost like they've been vetted, and they just then show themselves to you by, you know, liking your stuff on Instagram or sending you a message. And so it makes for the most intelligent way to attract women in the modern day is literally to become a content creator, to talk about intellectual things that are authentic to you. And naturally, you'll get some female viewers who will watch, pay attention, and then basically make themselves known to you. And I've got my students inside of Adonis School covered, so I made multiple programs which teach this business model step by step, how to get your first 100 subscribers on YouTube, how to get 1,000, how to get 1 million subscribers, everything I could think of, I put into multiple different programs based on the level that you've gotten to, like how many subscribers you've gotten to, even if you're starting at 0, where anyone can come in, learn the skills needed to make some content, and then show their authentic self. But the best part of this is you don't even need to have a personality like mine, because content is for everyone. You know this, right? Basically, everyone consumes content. Extroverts, introverts, anxious people, really confident people, traumatized people, healed, spiritual people, every kind of person, loud, angry, nice, kind, whatever. Every type of person watches content, and they want to watch someone who's kind of similar to them, which means that if you are even a really introverted, shy guy, it will still work for you, because you get to show your real self, and there will be people who watch. Like every kind of person goes viral on social media because every kind of person watches those people as well. So I have guys inside of Adonis School who've gotten hundreds, thousands of subscribers. Then they make it really attractive Instagram, they funnel those subscribers there, and they end up going on dates with girls who've been watching their content, and it almost makes them feel kind of like a celebrity. But if you just improved your looks and you built up this attractive business model and you made some money and you got some clout from that and you started going on dates, you would mess up like every other guy does, because the final thing that we needed to attract girls was the actual seduction tactics. This is what most guys miss out on. Most guys over time can have a girl sat in front of them on a date, right? But when they do, they end up fucking it up because they come across as like a friend, or they say something weird, and quite frankly, they just don't know how to speak and act in a way that literally turns her on. But it was like genuinely a skill that I really had a lot of interest in when I was like 19 years old, 20 years old, and I was going out to like nightclubs. I wanted to learn like why primal attraction occurs, where something will click into like a woman's mind and body, and she'll decide that she wants you to fuck her. Something primal clicks, and I was really interested. Like I just naturally found that so interesting. So I was reading all these studies and these books and these articles and blog posts and watching all these intellectual lectures. Then I tried it all for literally so many like experiments and I fucked up so many times you wouldn't know. I had so many times where I was on a date and I said something stupid and I had to learn from that. But over time I was able to refine like this protocol I had in my mind, and eventually I made that into the big program that we have inside of Adonis School, which gets such amazing results that I have full conviction that it will work for you. There's a screenshot I've got here from Ruben, one of my students, who said that the seduction tactics that I teach inside of Adonis School has worked for him, even though he was already like a confident social guy. Then we have Thielen, who used the seduction protocol even in a relationship with his girlfriend, and that even made their life better, and he's been so much more romantic and they've got more love and passion in his existing relationship. So this isn't just for if you're single. If you just want to have more romance in your life, this will work for you, even if you're single and you're struggling to get girls, or you've been going on some dates but you've not really been able to turn those girls on, or you've already got a girlfriend but you want to increase like the sexual polarity, like more of that sort of wild animal energy.